Ageism is the most alarming of all the incendiary isms that a golden bachelor may be charged with. Mel Owens, 66, experienced it in a preseason controversy, so it's understandable that he would be rather defensive about it. The ex-NFL athlete seemed surprisingly at ease as he spoke with us, retaining the same spontaneous enthusiasm that would have landed him in trouble earlier. With that said, a football podcast hosted by his alma mater, the University of Michigan, called In the Trenches, featured an appearance by the recently divorced Owens, who revealed some details about what he had asked producers of The Golden Bachelor for his final season. He envisioned fit ladies in their 40s and 50s who lacked artificial hips or wigs. Plus, he mentioned that anyone aged 60 and up would be let go. The statements, which were very rude and dissimilar to the "it's never too late for a second chance at love" feel of OG Golden Bachelor Jerry Turner's season, went viral and led some in Bachelor Nation to demand Owens' immediate dismissal. Retired Bachelorette reality TV star reality The fact that Owens had been replaced was even exaggerated by Steve. "Because I don't spend much time on social media, I had no idea. I received screenshots with messages like, 'Oh my God, are you still there?' from others." Owens tells us that he went with "I am" when asked about the replacement talk because he didn't hear anything contradictory. "Because it's only background noise though, I didn't give it any consideration. I'm grateful that ABC and Warner Bros. Had faith in me." The show's impact on Owens is easy to understand in certain respects. When they meet in person, he exudes charisma, looks dashing, and fits right in with the audience's ideal Midwesterner stereotype. He put down the football cleats in his late 30s to begin law school, and in his 40s he started a family. Andre is 18 years old, and Lucas is 20. His statement that he didn't join the show with the intention of following the usual Bachelor trajectory is clear even in the absence of the issue. Could he find love with multiple people? Though it appears often on the long-running franchise, he nearly laughs it off. "No, I won't fall in love twice," he assures us. Disputes make for entertaining television, but they hurt people emotionally. Does he intend to propose? Definitely not merely because it appears to be required by the format. What he really means is that he is here with an open heart and open mind, as he informed the producers. A two-way street though. "I shouldn't assume that they share my desire to tie the knot. Because you're cool, they might be interested in dating. I just want to hang out." Will he ever tell you, "I love you"? No clear answer. He insists that the emotion must be genuine. If you said the words, they wouldn't mean anything. "I really like you" is a meaningful statement that I can make. It takes time to fall head over heels for someone. We are much more attracted by all those plans to disrupt the mold. With the second season of The Golden Bachelor drawing to a close ABC Wednesdays 9 p.m., Owens spills the beans on what fans haven't seen and gives a sneak peek at his last weeks on the show. Starting the season with Owens was a bold move. Coming from outside Bachelor Nation, he was an anomaly for the brand. Additionally, he had already sealed the divorce papers. After losing a spouse, both Turner and Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos found new romances. It was actually at the age of 43 that Owens tied the knot. After deciding he wasn't going to get married while playing football, he devoted himself fully to law school after retiring from the NFL. "Many of the wonderful women and girlfriends I met on my travels became wonderful spouses." While playing linebacker for the Los Angeles Rams for 9 seasons, Owens got to experience life as a professional football player. He partied at the Playboy Mansion with celebrities like Nicolas Cage, Brad Pitt, Tori Spelling, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Robin Thicke, and the Brat Pack, among many others. Eventually, he settled down. He remembers, "You'd get invitations and then you'd go and all the celebrity guys would be there with everybody ooh and ahhing." Fabiana Owens was his bride in 2002. According to his account on the show, she fell in love with someone else and filed for a divorce in 2020. "I will never do anything to ruin someone's joy." His ex-girlfriend's decision to move on hurts, but he admits that he won't stand in his ex's path of happiness. He managed somehow. "You have to be present all the time," he says. "In addition, I had to put my family first because I was a parent. I step back and let things unfold naturally. My traits include tolerance and comprehension." Owens, Was he ever this reasonable? It would appear that ever since he stepped foot on the football field, the other team is always attempting to throw you into a loop in football. There is a great deal of disturbance and a great deal of sound, he remarks. When things get wild, I become very composed, and you're able to make better decisions. The fact that Owens could be the most sensible guy to offer roses makes his unpredictable trip all the more intriguing. The Bachelor series has avoided discussing scandals that have occurred outside of the show and has been criticized for this decision. On the other hand, at the October premiere of Golden, multiple women made fun of Owens' podcast comments when entering the limo, and Owens admitted as much in his opening day toast. According to him, he took the initiative to either explain himself or ask the women for a second opportunity, saying, "Hey, give me another chance, I'm sorry." He insists that he deserves another chance. People are generally understanding, and it's human to mess up sometimes. Everyone would welcome an opportunity to do things over. That was my intention and my wish, and it came true. On the subject of his current dating preferences, he says, "I'd be open to anything." It appears that Owens may have learned something from the casting department. To his surprise, he finds the women to be very refreshing due to their intelligence, humor, and accomplishments, as well as their shared experiences as being of the same age. As if by magic. To top it all off, the ladies were fast to let go of grudges. A number of candidates expressed relief after spending time with the Golden Bachelor during the season's second group date. They had been anxious about meeting him due to his controversial comments that went viral. It was handled by him without delay. His apology was a misstatement, he claimed. "It's my fault. My feelings were different. The time was right for me," a 63-year-old financial advisor named Robin Roca made the statement. And so we all understood, well, that's what you have to do if you misspeak, because that's something we all do. Humans are fallible. He was just sincere and apologized, and I was kind of like, whoa. The 71-year-old librarian Diane Firmani continued. "We all know that Owens is the type of person who likes to keep his cool under pressure, but he can only manage himself while being the Bachelor, and that includes listening to the love seeker's experiences." The unexpected turn of events caught him off guard, and he admits as much. A shared sense of empathy, nevertheless, allows you to comprehend the ways in which their loss or suffering molded them. This is important. You begin to comprehend their character. They're strong ladies. Being able to overcome adversity and emerge stronger is inspiring, you know? Owens says, "I've been very blessed and lucky in my life, yet he still tried to open up as much as I could." However, the death of his father, which occurred concurrently with his divorce, was a watershed moment. His demeanor and level-headedness were traits that I inherited. "Fiery but calm," he remarks. "The truth is that I told my boys, whatever my dad said I did." Was the Golden Bachelor something he would have approved of, though? He would absolutely adore it, Owens proclaims. The 63-year-old aunt and manager of Major League Baseball player Freddie Freeman, Carol Freeman Branstein, pulled herself out of the competition in the episode airing on October 15th, which was another surprising turn of events. It was unexpected, according to Owens. Everyone comes for different reasons. If someone feels the need to leave, they are free to do so. Perhaps there wasn't a strong bond. Perhaps she had a glimpse of her future and decided, "I don't want the guy." Owens thinks the trip was altered by getting out early. She was hilarious, wonderful, and genuinely kind. The women's dynamics may have been impacted as a result. Additionally, perhaps someone else would have departed and she would have received a rose. "We'll have no idea," he playfully says. Now Owens is down to his last three options. Andreas Siebers, Denver fitness instructor Debbie Siebers, 65 years old and single. Cindy Colors Peg Munson, a 62-year-old former fireman and bomb technician from Las Vegas, and Cindy Colors, a 60-year-old former biomedical engineer from Austin, both of whom are divorced and mothers of three. The fact that the down-to-earth Siebers tried to be more forthcoming about her family moved Owens. He compliments her intelligence, beauty, and kindness, and he believes that being single is a plus for her since it means she hasn't been tainted by the pain of a previous relationship. Man, that stuff is really hard on the mind. But Colors was always outgoing and forward. according to Owens, and he received the final one-on-one before hometowns. "She's absolutely amazing," he exclaims. As she got out of the limo, he told us, "I'm thinking, wow." He then quipped that the program could call it a wrap. "She's stunningly gorgeous." Intriguingly, the attempt to crack Munson complimented her high energy, and Owens found it intriguing. After she confided in him about her affair, he made a joke and said, "I had to figure out if she really liked me or not." He remarked, "I had to bring it out," because he wished she would be more affectionate. "We still have the fantasy suites to come." Owens came up with some surprisingly mild adjectives when asked to characterize the notorious overnight dates using just 3 words. "Experience, knowledge, contemplation," he explains. "Since there are no microphones or cameras inside, I can ask you anything that you might be embarrassed to answer while you're on camera. I went in there really wanting to know more," she said. "Did anything glaringly obvious pop up? In my opinion, nothing is a deal breaker. I'm looking for deal makers," he says, describing his unconventional approach to dating. "A lively, enthusiastic person would be my ideal match. Someone I can learn from and be intrigued about since they are clever and always eager to learn more." He claims he was still contemplating getting engaged when this happened. "Being married is good for me." His explanation is that he wants to find someone special since he enjoys company, having a partner, and shared experiences. Here we have yet another reason to dub him Most Reasonable Bachelor informally. Owens did something new as the season came to a close. He made a list of the advantages and disadvantages. Those aren't the kinds of lists I often compose. I can do it mentally, but things take on more significance when written down. In my initial thoughts, I would like to record the positives, negatives, and neutrals. I could still look at it, but it really didn't sway me, he adds.